Hi, I'm Catherine Knightwise. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my own journey. I grew up in northern Maine in Presque Isle. I worked on my grandfather's farm picking potatoes and driving bulk truck. I also taught swimming at the local recreation center. I grew up really spending a lot of time in the library, where I also was really interested in art and fashion and culture, interior design, psychology, and that library really nourished me. I was also able to be a big part of the community as far as the arts and leadership positions go as well. And then from there, I went to the University of Maine at Orono, and after graduation, I got this incredible job as a media buyer at an advertising agency right in Portland, Maine, and was promoted to an account executive, and I had lots of different accounts. Eventually I became advertising director for GH Bass. I did stores and wholesale, and it was a great experience. And from there I went to Bloomingdale's in New York City, worked as a buyer and product designer. I did that for Bloomingdale's as well as for Carol Reed, as well as for Eagle Eye. And then eventually I went into department stores at a senior level at Filene's Department Stores out of Boston, and was there for a long time, almost 14 years. And then I went from there to Neiman Marcus, and then Macy's Department Stores, as well as Hudson Bay Department Stores in Toronto, so I got a chance to live and work in Canada, which was really exciting. My most recent experience was Vice President of Stores for Brooks Brothers in New York City. And I recently just came back home after being gone for 20 years. And sometimes people ask me why I'm back, and why not? You know, if not now, when would I come back? And I'm a big lover of the outdoors. I kayak, hike, ski, pretty much spend every moment that I can outside, and a big lover of Maine. And so that's a little bit about me. Hillary?
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Hillary McClure. I grew up in St. George, Maine, so a small peninsula off the coast of the Rockland area, so mid-coast Maine. It was really inspiring, beautiful place to grow up. I loved the ocean, spent a lot of time on the ocean. My father caretook a 100-acre island, Caldwell Island, right off of the coast of Port Clyde, and my first job there was scooping ice cream, so I was really, really immersed in a small community and being outdoors a lot. I grew up on, I don't know how many acres of land, but I was always outside, and I was, reading just like Catherine. I was immersed in a small, tight-knit Maine community that meant so much, and I couldn't imagine growing up anywhere else. It really helped shape who I am today and gave me a really strong foundation to be a woman and a businesswoman in Maine. And when I went to University of Southern Maine as a result of some dabbling in lobstering, which I wasn't very good at. So I went to the University of Southern Maine for psychology, and after a few years realized that I wanted my focus to be in consumer behavior, so I added a minor in marketing to that, so I could really hone in on that. And as a result of that, I started looking around town at different opportunities, because I was at the Portland campus and I was living in Portland, and I found VIA, and that felt like a very natural first step, and it was sort of a pipe dream at the time because everyone there had such incredible backgrounds, and it was such an inspirational place. I had read about VIA, and so I applied for a corporate internship, and I got it. That was while I was still in my senior year at USM, so I started that while I was in school, which was really exciting because I was able to be in class, in advertising class and consumer behavior and all these different classes, and hear about how all these things, how all these concepts and ideas came together academically, but then I would go to work after class each day and actually see these things and how they actually came together in real life and how they were applicable. I was exposed to a wide range of different work while at VIA. I was there for 5 years. I progressed from corporate intern to, I had a stint as office manager, which was fun and interesting. I love interior design as well, so that was welcome. And then I became an assistant account executive and then ultimately a project manager there. And after my time at VIA, I wanted to explore experiential marketing. And that was when I moved to Pierce. And I'm a director of client service at Pierce now, and experiential marketing has become a real big passion for me. It's very different from my background in traditional advertising, but you actually get to take the experience of a brand or product or service to the consumer, and you get to physically be there with them, show them how it would change their lives or impact their lives or streamline their lives, and you get to actually see that, and they remember that experience and they remember how that brand, product, or service made them feel. And so that's really exciting for me professionally, and I think that it really lends itself nicely toward what we're doing here personally, because I think that this conference, Maine Women's Conference, it's sort of like an experiential summit for the state of Maine, for the women of the state of Maine. So that's really exciting for me, and the mentorship that I've had with Catherine has been incredibly rewarding, and working on this with her has been inspiring, empowering. So many synonyms that I could add there, but I'm really excited for us to bring this to the women of Maine. It feels very much in service of them, as is the Maine Women's Conference in general, and so we're really excited about the opportunity to be a breakout session.
We really are. So thank you. That's a little bit about us.